Bhagavate Shri Arvindaya. Om Namo Nama Mirambikaye. Welcome to the Global Meditation. Today is special on Earth Consciousness. Mantras of the Mother. March 4th, 1914. It is likely to be the last time for a long while that I am writing at this table, in this calm room, all charged with thy presence. For the next 3 days I shall probably not be able to write. In an indrawn state, I contemplate this turning page, vanishing into the dream of the past, and look at the new page, all full potentially of the dream of the future. And yet, how trifling this seems, how childish and unimportant when seen in the light of thy eternity. The only thing that is important is to obey thy law with love and joy. O Lord, grant that everything in us may adore and serve thee. May peace be with all. May peace be with all. Geneva, March 6th, 1914. After having suffered acutely from their suffering, I turned towards thee, trying to heal it by infusing it into a little of that divine love, which is the source of all peace and all happiness. We must not run away from suffering. We must not love and cultivate it either. We must learn how to go deep down into it sufficiently to turn it into a lever powerful enough for us to force open the doors of the eternal consciousness and enter the serenity of thy unchanging oneness. Surely the sentimental and physical attachment which causes an agonizing wrench when bodies are separated is childish from certain point of view. When we contemplate the impermanence of outer forms and the reality of thy essential oneness. But, on the other hand, it is not this attachment, this personal affection, an unconscious effort in men to realize outwardly, as far as possible, that fundamental oneness towards which they always move without even being aware of it. And precisely because of that is not the suffering that separation brings one of the most effective means of transcending this outer consciousness, of replacing this superficial attachment by the integral realization of thy eternal oneness. This is what I wished for them all. This is what I ardently will for them. And that is why, assured of thy victory, certain of thy triumph, I confided their grief to thee, that by illuminating it thou mayest heal it. O Lord, grant that all this beauty of affection and tenderness may be transformed into glorious knowledge. Grant that the best may emerge from everything, and thy happy peace reign over the earth. On board the Kagamaru, March 7th, 1914. Thou wert with us yesterday as the most marvelous of protections. Thou didst permit thy Lord to triumph even in the most external manifestation. Violence was answered by calm, brutality by the strength of sweetness, and where an irreparable disaster would have occurred, thy power was glorified. O Lord, with what fervent gratitude did I greet thy presence! It was for me the sure sign that we would have the strength to act, to think, to live in thy name and for thee, not only in intention and will, but effectively in an integral realization. This morning my prayer rises to thee, always with the same aspiration to live thy love, to radiate thy love with such potency and effectiveness that all may feel fortified, regenerated, and illumined by our contact, to have power to heal life, to relieve suffering, to generate peace and calm confidence, to efface anguish and replace it by the sense of the one true happiness, the happiness that is founded in thee and never fades. O Lord, O marvelous friend, O all-powerful Master, penetrate all our being, transfigure it till thou alone livest in us and through us. Volume 26 on Himself, compiled from Notes and Letters. Sadhana for the Earth Consciousness, object of seeking the Supermind. My point about my sadhana was that my sadhana was not done for myself but for the earth consciousness as a showing of the way towards the light, so that whatever I showed in it to be possible, inner growth, transformation, manifesting of new faculties, etc., was not of no importance to anybody, but meant as an opening of lines and ways for what had to be done. The question of degree of greatness does not come in at all. May 1933. Conditions for supramentalization. 15th April 1935. It is true that I want the supramental not for myself but for the earth and souls born on the earth, and certainly therefore I cannot object if anybody wants the supramental. But there are the conditions. He must want the divine will first, and the soul's surrender, and the spiritual realization through works, bhakti, knowledge, self-perfection, on the way. Question. When the supermind descends into the earth consciousness, will all the sadhaks be aware of it? The descent into the earth, I mean, not in themselves. Answer. It would not necessarily be known by everybody. Besides, even if the descent were here, one would have to be ready before one could get the final change. Sri Aurobindo Sadhana, Avatarhood and Laws of Nature, 8th March 1935. Let me make it clear that in all I wrote, I was not writing to prove that I am an avatar. You are busy in your reasonings with the personal question. I am busy more with the general one. I am seeking to manifest something of the divine that I am conscious of and feel. I care a damn whether that constitutes me an avatar or something else. That is not a question which concerns me. By manifestation, of course, I mean the bringing out and spreading of that consciousness so that others also may feel and enter into it and live in it. 8/3/1935. Burning brazier, a prayer to the divine. To be the divine love, love powerful, infinite, unfathomable in every activity, in all the worlds of being. It is for this I cry to thee, O Lord. Let me be consumed with this love divine, love powerful, infinite, unfathomable in every activity, in all the worlds of being. Transmute me into that burning brazier, so that all the atmosphere of earth may be purified with its flame. Oh, to be thy love infinitely. Mother on Sri Aurobindo's aphorism Karma 335336 CWM. Three three five. Family, nationality, humanity are Vishnu's three strides from an isolated to a collective unity. The first has been fulfilled, we yet strive for the perfection of the second. Towards the third, we are reaching out our hands, and the pioneer work is already attempted. 336. With the present morality of the human race, a sound and durable human unity is not yet possible. But there is no reason why a temporary approximation to it should not be the reward of strenuous aspiration and untiring effort. By constant approximations and by partial realizations and temporary successes, nature advances. Mother, as Sri Aurobindo has predicted, things are moving fast and the situation of humanity has changed much since Sri Aurobindo began to work in the subtle physical. The idea of human unity has made great headway and is more widely understood. 12th February 1970, The Mother. The Life Divine by Sri Aurobindo. The supramental Gnostic being, on the contrary, would not only found all his living on an intimate sense and effective realization of harmonic unity in his own inner and outer life or group life, but would create a harmonic unity also with the still surviving mental world. Even if that world remained altogether a world of ignorance. For the Gnostic consciousness in him would perceive and bring out the evolving truth and principle of harmony hidden in the formations of the ignorance. It would be natural to his sense of integrality and it would be within his power to link them in a true order with his own Gnostic principle and the evolved truth and harmony of his own greater life creation. That might be impossible without a considerable change in the life of the world. But such a change would be a natural consequence of the appearance of new power in nature and its universal influence. In the emergence of the Gnostic being would be the hope of more harmonious evolutionary order in terrestrial nature. Hymn to Durga by Sri Aurobindo, translated from Bengali. Mother Durga, enter our bodies in thy yogic strength. We shall become thy instruments, thy sword slaying all evil, thy lamp dispelling all ignorance. Fulfill this yearning of thy young children, O Mother. Be the master and drive thy instrument, wield thy sword and slay the evil, hold up the lamp and spread the light of knowledge, make thyself manifest. Come, revealer of the hero path, we shall no longer cast thee away. May our entire life become a ceaseless worship of the Mother. All our acts a continuous service to the Mother, full of love, full of energy. This is our prayer. O Mother, descend upon earth, make thyself manifest in this land of India. Shri Aurobindo. Savitri. Epilogue, The Return to Earth, page 724. Awaken to the meaning of my heart, that to feel love and oneness is to live. And this, the magic of our golden change, is all the truth I know or seek, O sage, wondering at her and her two luminous words. Westward they turned in the fast gathering night. From the entangling verges freed they came into a dimness of the sleeping earth, and travelled through her faint and slumbering plains. Murmur and movement and the tread of men broke the night solitude. The neigh of steeds rose from that indistinct and voiceful sea of life, and all along its marching swelled the rhyme of hoofs, the chariot's homeward voice. Drawn by white manes upon a high-roofed car, in flare of unsteady torches went with linked hands Satyavan and Savitri, hearing a marriage march and nuptial hymn, where waited them the many-voiced human world. Numberless the stars swam on their shadowy field, describing in the gloom the ways of light. Then while they skirted yet the southward verge, lost in the halo of a musing brose, night, splendid with the moon, dreaming in heaven in silver peace, possessed her luminous reign. She brooded through her stillness on a thought, deep guarded by her mystic folds of light, and in her bosom nursed a greater dawn. Thank you, Mother. Thank you, Lord. We offer this beautiful collective aspiration in form of mantras. Please be with us with new light and consciousness. Let us always spread the peace and joy, the knowledge and the light to the people around us and to the earth atmosphere. happy birthday to all special people who celebrate their birthday in this week of Auroville's birth anniversary, sorry. So let us all celebrate with happiness for being part of Auroville. Greetings from Auroville.